En nombre de mi pueblo,
On behalf of my
de mis
people,
compañeros,
from my comrades,
agradezco al
I
glorioso
really
pueblo
appreciate
cubano,
the glorious Cuban
al
people.
estimado compañero Miguel Díaz-Canel
To the
Bermúdez,
comrade Miguel Diaz-Canel
primer
Bermudez,
secretario del
first
Comité
secretary
Central
of the
del Partido Comunista de Cuba
Communist
y
Party
presidente
of
de la
Cuba
República,
and President of the
y a todos
Republic,
los que hoy se
and
han
all
sumado en esta
the
tribuna
ones that are
antiimperialista
being
de tantas historias,
summing up in
de
this
tantas batallas.
tribune
Un reconocimiento
of all
especial a la juventud
victories of all
cubana
battles,
representada por la Unión de
especially to
Jóvenes
the
Comunistas
young Communist
y la Federación Estudiantil
League
Universitaria,
and the university
que
students
personifican el espíritu indomable de la revolución.
that embed
Son los hijos
the untamed
e hijas
spirit
de las
of
tierras
our
de la
revolution.
dignidad,
They are the
de
kids,
una
the sons
historia que
of the
vibra con
dignity
coraje
land,
y que se cantan las voces de los pueblos.
since the voices of
A
people
escasos
are
kilómetros
being
de los
seen
bastiones coloniales
few kilometers
y bajo el
from the
liderazgo revolucionario
colonialism.
del comandante Fidel, Cuba conquistó su libertad
Cuba conquered
y
its
emprendió la
freedom
marcha
with
hacia el
Fidel
socialismo.
and
Pese a los
started the road
desafíos
toward the
desde la,
socialism.
desde la invasión frustrada en Playa Girón
In spite of the
hasta el
challenges,
cruel y genocida
from
bloqueo
here on
que hoy
to
se
the cruel
recrudece,
blockade that today
el pueblo
is being
cubano se
deepened,
mantiene firme,
the Cuban people keep on
indoblegable,
standing
con una
and not
resistencia
kneeling
que asombra al mundo
with a
por
resistance
su
that
entereza,
astonishes the
por su
world
entereza de no claudicar
because
jamás.
of their spirit not
La
to
agresión de
kneel
los enemigos
ever.
contra la
The
revolución
oppression
cubana es despiadada,
of the enemies against the
pero sus
revolution,
ataques se
it is
estrellan una
harsh,
y otra vez
but their
contra la
attacks
roca firme
find
de la
always a
dignidad
firm rock
y
of
la
dignity
determinación
and
de un pueblo.
determination of a people
Nada quebrará la voluntad de
that
una
is not
nación
gonna be
que decidió
broken
ser libre para
because they
siempre.
decided to be free forever,
Mucho menos el megáfono que
much
habla
less
creyéndose
what they
dueños del
speak
mundo.
about things
Nosotros,
believing that they are the owners of the
querido
world.
pueblo cubano,
We, dear Cuban
a
people,
pesar de
in
nuestras
spite
propias
of
tragedias,
our own
nos
tragedies,
unimos a ustedes
we are together with
con
you.
fuerza y
We are
convicción.
united with you with force
Luchamos
and
a su lado,
conviction, fighting
hombro
at your
con
side,
hombro, porque
shoulder
cada
to
victoria
shoulder,
cubana,
because
cada victoria de
every
Cuba,
Cuban to
victoria
shoulder,
cubana,
because
cada victoria de
every
Cuba
Cuban
es un
victory,
rayo de esperanza para mi pueblo
it
árabe
is
palestino,
a hope
que hoy resiste
for the
las formas
Palestinian
más
people that
atroces
today is
de
resisting
genocidio
in
y
front of the
limpieza étnica.
genocide and cleansing.
Asimismo, no podemos dejar de alzar la voz
Also,
por
we
Venezuela,
have to raise our
de
voices for
expresar
Venezuela
nuestra inquebrantable
and to
solidaridad
say
con su
our
pueblo valiente
biggest solidarity
que
with the brave
enfrenta una
people
agresión
that is facing
imperialista,
an
cuyo
imperialist
verdadero
aggression,
objetivo
which
es el
real
saqueo de su
goal
petróleo, de
is
sus recursos naturales.
their
Desde esta tribuna de
resources.
resistencia,
From this resistant
enviamos
tribune,
también un saludo a todos
we are
los pueblos del mundo
also giving
y a
our
sus
grace
fuerzas
to all Cuban
progresistas que
people
apoyan
in the
nuestras
world
causas.
and the progressive forces that
Saludamos en
support our
particular
cause,
a las valientes mujeres
particularly
de la campaña Rapadas por Palestina
to the Palestine
y a
women
los hermanos de las flotillas que se han
campaign that,
dirigido a Gaza
and the
para
flotillas
quebrar
that
el bloqueo
were going to
con
Gaza
ayuda
to
humanitaria
break the blockade with
para nuestra
humanitarian
gente.
aid for our people.
Ellos han demostrado un
They have
compromiso
shown the
inquebrantable con la
commitment
paz
for
y la
peace
solidaridad
and
humana.
solidarity, human solidarity.
El momento histórico que
The
vivimos
historical moment that
nos
we are
exige
living
avanzar con
demand
determinación
us to keep on
hacia la
forward,
formación de un
with
frente mundial
determination
unificado
to
contra el
form a
imperialismo,
unified front
el
against
sionismo,
imperialism,
el
Zionism,
fascismo y la reacción,
fascism, and
en
reaction,
defensa de la libertad de los pueblos
to
y su
defend
derecho a la
the people
autodeterminación
and their
y
right to
para reivindicar los
self-determination,
valores revolucionarios
and to
internacionales
vindicate
que nos unen.
international values, international
Si el
values.
imperialismo gana en Asia Occidental, reforzará su frente contra
The
América Latina y
imperialism will
Caribe.
reinforce the
Si
front
gana en
against
América
Latin
Latina y
America
Caribe,
and the
reforzará su
Caribbean.
frente contra África. Y
They
así
will reinforce their front
sucesivamente.
against Africa, and
La
so
única
it's
solución
gonna
que
going
tenemos
on. The only solution
es
that
la
we have
máxima de Fidel:
is what
unidad,
Fidel said:
unidad
unity,
y unidad.
unity, and unity.
Vivimos bajo un sistema que malgasta recursos en la
We are
fabricación de
living under a
armas,
system
un sistema
that
que nos
wastes
impone un modelo de
resources
consumo
on
depredador
weapons
e incompatible con la naturaleza.
that is
Un
not
mundo donde el ser
in
humano
agreement with
mata al
nature,
semejante,
killing
donde el
their
hambre y la
their
enfermedad
man
son
to
fruto
man,
de la
where
acción
hunger
del propio hombre.
is due to the action of their own men. The colonialist state of Israel is not only an invader, it is a key piece that sustained under assassination to erase systematically the memory, to create false stories, and to impose an identity to serve in the power. To the Jews who came from Hazar, that is a Turkish people, do not share any bond with Palestine. They were instrumentalized for this goal. Instead of being benefit, they were victims from Zionism. That's why to free Palestine and defeat Zionism is not only justice for Palestine, but also it is to free the Jew people from the imperialism. The existence of Israel is not measured by the frontiers. The breaking point it is when the collective reason amassed their muppets, the emperor of energy, the emperors of blood. Israel, it is the arm, the advancing. It is like watching on the mirror. They have a shared history on genocide and cleansing of the original people, the real owner of the land. That is why to free Palestine is not only a national cause, but also against the system that creates the Zionism, feed it. It is a fight for freedom, for memory, for dignity of all people. Dear comrades, the Palestine image is the image of a people that is suffering, is the image of the mother that is crying on her son dying of hunger in front of his eye, the father that buried his small kid without hearing his first word, the kid that is bringing the rest of his brother killed from a missile that fell from the sky, the girl that suffered alone because she is the only survivor from her family, since from Palestine, the expression of a country, a hospital that is a home of death instead of life. A school that doesn't teach how to live, but to survive. A backpack that do not brings dreams or books, but human rests. A bakery that instead of killing hunger, it's a scenery of death. A stove that do not cook food, but it smells like a prison. Life, it is not life. But it's also the image of a people that refuse to die, that resist in front of them death tools for a love that could not be destroyed by any bomb. Is the image of that little girl that someday will raise to be the mother, the warrior, which will bring the breath of life and will destroy the death oven. Is the kid that is bringing wood in his backpack to light the flame of hope that will kill off till the investor will be gone. We will stand. Doesn't matter how many times they try to nail us. We are never going to be silenced. No barrier, no military barrier or politician will kill the indomitable spirit of these people that is fighting for its dignity. Our people is not fighting not only because of the liberation, for it fight for a universal cause, the right to justice, the dignity, the social justice, the human dignity, the people's destiny, are aiming to the freedom of the man from to communism. The wellness of the people, it is more powerful than any weapon. The history hasn't ended. We'll keep on fighting. The suffering peoples, we have nothing to lose but our chains. We have in change a word to win. Long live the Cuban Revolution. Long live the Palestinian Revolution. Long live the anti-imperialism fight. Death, conquer death, we will win.